Fox 61 News at 10 starts now.
We are following multiple breaking news stories tonight, including a crash that killed 2 teenagers. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden. State police say those 2 teens were killed this morning on I-84 westbound near exit 25A in Waterbury. 3 cars were involved in the crash just before 8 a.m. Investigators say 16-year-old Abdril Negron from Waterbury was driving with 18-year-old Shelley Brysoneau from Hartford when their car rear-ended a Jeep. They then spun across the center lane and hit a Ford F-150 pickup. Both teenagers died from their injuries. No one else was hurt. And tonight in Waterbury, 3 people were taken to the hospital after a serious crash. It happened near Chase Avenue and Kenneth Circle around 4:45 p.m. Police say all 3 people are expected to recover. The area is closed so officers can investigate, and anyone who saw the crash or has information about what happened is asked to call police. All right, you're taking a live look now at New London, where police say a man was shot and killed earlier this evening. It happened on Connecticut Avenue between Preston and McDonald Streets. Police say they got a call about shots fired around 7:20 p.m. and when officers arrived, they found a man with a gunshot wound. He was taken to the hospital where he died shortly after. As you can see, detectives are still processing the scene and conducting interviews. We will keep you updated as we learn more about all of these breaking news stories on our free Fox 61 app. Use the QR code on your screen or download it, or go to fox61.com/ or .com 24/7. Well, the UConn Fire Marshal's office is investigating a barn fire that killed several livestock last night. Fox 61's Victoria Anderson was on Horse Barn Hill today and has reaction from neighbors.
UConn crews are still working to clean up around the beef sheep barn here on campus after Saturday night's fire left several animals dead and a lot of unanswered questions.
We come up here all the time, it's sad. We come up to see the animals and horses and all that stuff and hate to lose them.
It was a somber Sunday for John Gaffney and his family after the animal lovers learned what happened on Horse Barn Hill Saturday night.
So I pulled in, we were going to park by the barn and take the dog for a walk, and the firemen stopped us and said they were going to shut the gate down and fire trucks on the way because there was a fire last night and they lost some sheep.
The UConn Fire Department returned to the beef sheep barn Sunday to continue an investigation into a fire Saturday night that killed 4 sheep. The fire was reported around 8 p.m. Saturday, and UConn Fire received aid from both Coventry and Mansfield's fire departments. A view of the barn and its damage have been blocked by the UConn Department of Animal Science. However, in a statement, a university spokesperson told us UConn firefighters were able to extinguish the fire before the barn could be heavily damaged.
And we've never heard of anything like this happening. Probably in the 40 years I've lived here, certainly nothing like this has happened.
Denise Adams, a Mansfield native and UConn alumni, told us fires on Horse Barn Hill are extremely rare.
We all care deeply about Horse Barn Hill and all its residents, including the animals.
UConn told us there are typically 90 ewes, or female sheep, and about 45 beef cows in the livestock barns used for the Department of Animal Science's teaching, research, and community extension programs.
I guess, being winter, it's been so cold, who knows, how something like that would happen. I'm sure in the summer they probably have sprinklers and things like that.
The UConn Fire Marshal's unit is currently working to determine the cause of the fire as university staff prepare nearby barns to welcome back students Monday.
We reached out to the university for comment, and a spokesman told us they have no further updates at this time, as this is an active investigation. In Stores, Victoria Anderson, Fox 61.
All right, we are working to find out more about a police investigation this morning in East Haven. The department's K-9 and drone units were searching Hudson Street near the middle school and ice rink this morning. Police tell us they were searching for evidence related to a state police investigation that started on the highway. They cleared the area a few hours later, but did not release any other details. All right, turning to the weather now, and some parts of the state could see a few snow showers tonight. Chief Meteorologist Rachel Franks is here with another look at the forecast. Rach?
Yeah, looking at the radar, you can see how close of a call it really is to us. Some snow just just on the border of Connecticut here in Fairfield County. And if we widen this out, you'll see this expansive storm, 99.9% of it, which will just pass safely to the south. But we could get grays with a little bit of snow, a coating, maybe up to an inch of snow possible for lower Fairfield County. That's where you'd get that higher end amount possible. For the rest of the state, there could be a scattered coating of snow in parts of western or southern Connecticut, but likely not even a flake for areas around Hartford or points north and east. So we get by really unscathed by this system other than a coating in spots. Low temperatures tonight will be falling back into the 20s to right around 30 degrees. Otherwise, heading into your President's Day, we'll begin the day with temperatures in the 20s, 10 a.m., low 30s, and we'll see high temperatures right around 40 degrees as we head through the afternoon. This is setting up to be a fairly active week of weather ahead. There's a chance for a flurry or sprinkle early on Tuesday morning. Milder temperatures, though, and then we have some rain on Wednesday, but many rain and snow chances in the days ahead. We'll talk about it. Lots to keep an eye on this week. Your full forecast is coming up. Brent.
All right, Rachel, thank you. We have an update on the two hikers who were rescued off Ragged Mountain in Southington last night. Police shared some photos here. Crews had to hike 1.5 miles through 4-foot snow drifts and extremely steep terrain. When rescuers got to the hikers, they set up a fire to keep the hikers warm until more equipment could be brought in. Firefighters say both hikers had hypothermia and one was also diabetic. It took more than 3 hours from the time firefighters received the call to get those hikers to safety. We are working to get an update on a shooting in New Haven early this morning. Police say two 20-year-old men were found shot at about 1 a.m. near Mill and Chapel Streets. Both are expected to survive. Police did not say if they have made any arrests or are searching for any suspects.
And I wanted to say to whoever has her or knows where she is that it's never too late.
Well, that's part of a new video Today Show host Savannah Guthrie posted within the last few hours as the search for her mom, Nancy, reaches 2 weeks now. Multiple times in that video, Savannah says it is never too late to do the right thing. So far, no suspects have been identified. Investigators say they are sifting through tens of thousands of tips and some new evidence. Max Gordon has more on the search from Tucson, Arizona.
Could a glove found on the side of the road about 2 miles away from Nancy Guthrie's home be a key piece of evidence into solving her disappearance? That's what investigators are looking into right now. They say that the glove looks similar to the one worn by the suspect when he was caught on surveillance camera outside of Nancy Guthrie's home. That glove has now been sent to a lab in Florida where it's been undergoing DNA testing. According to the FBI, the preliminary results are now in, and they're waiting on official confirmation before putting the unknown male profile into the FBI's DNA database called CODIS. This process typically takes 24 hours from when the FBI receives DNA. Investigators collected about 16 gloves in various areas near the house. Most of them belonged to searchers and had been discarded while looking for Nancy Guthrie. If the FBI gets a DNA hit, it could help identify the suspect. Here, he's seen on Nancy Guthrie's doorbell camera, described as a male between 5'9" and 5'10" with an average build, seen carrying a 25-liter Ozark Trail hiker pack from Walmart. Meanwhile, the search continues. Fox News Digital learned that authorities have been using a high-tech Bluetooth scanner placed on the bottom of law enforcement helicopters to try to detect Nancy Guthrie's pacemaker signal. The helicopter has been flying in low, slow grid patterns in an attempt to pick up a signal. Meanwhile, back here at Nancy Guthrie's house, minimal law enforcement activity over the weekend, save for a lone sheriff's deputy keeping watch over the house, though neighbors have been stopping by to drop off flowers and cards of encouragement at a growing memorial at the foot of Nancy Guthrie's driveway. In Tucson, Arizona, Max Gordon.
Funding for the Department of Homeland Security ended late Friday after Congress failed to pass a spending bill to fund it. The Transportation Safety Administration, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the Coast Guard, and Immigration Customs Enforcement are all among the agencies impacted. However, most DHS employees are considered essential and will be forced to continue to work without pay. All other government agencies have been fully funded through September, but money for DHS got held up after Democrats demanded reform to its immigration and customs enforcement operations. Well, there are concerns this could impact travelers at airports across the country. Fox 61's Kay Pattyfoot went to Bradley International to find out what it means for passengers and workers.
I spoke with the TSA employee who did not want to go on camera, and they said this partial shutdown is already impacting them, and some employees are already calling out of work. TSA employees are expected to work without pay until an agreement is reached. We've seen this have a major impact on travelers in the past, including during last year's record shutdown. The federal government ended up ordering all commercial airlines to reduce their flight schedules. Experts say it's hard to predict the impact this partial shutdown could have, and that even a handful of workers calling out could lead to longer wait times at smaller airports. Passengers at Bradley International Airport say this shutdown and the impact on TSA workers is not okay.
It's crazy. We've had so much thrown at us. This is difficult for everyone. Stop this nonsense, please. This is America.
And this is the second one that we're seeing.
Yeah, we'll probably have 3, 4, 5, 6 way things are going, but you know, all you can do is hope.
Ultimately, people I spoke with say this partial shutdown is not going to be good. They said this will impact TSA employees' everyday lives. At Bradley International Airport, Kay Pattyfoot, Fox 61.